Hello, and welcome to Sinister Chapters. This is the second interview that we're doing in the new series that we've started, where we are interviewing a couple of the authors that are attending Authors at the Armories in 2025. And today, we are talking to the absolutely lovely Josephine Wrightson.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
So, we've just got a couple of questions. No pressure at all. Just to basically have a little bit of a natter with you. I'm going to start off with quite a big question to start off with, actually. What inspired you to start writing?
Wow. I've actually been writing for a very, very long time. I've just told you how old I was, so. And it's what kept me sane at a lot of points in my life. I tried, because at that point, to do anything other than traditionally publishing was frowned upon, for want of a better word. And I did try the traditional route, but as a lot of my readers already know, it wasn't as acceptable at that point to be that little bit steamy. Well, full on smut, but there you go. I did have, and I still have them. I've moved a lot because I've been a licensee in my lifetime. So we've managed different pubs here, there and everywhere. So I've got a case of stuff from then that I wrote, and it's been the last thing on and the first thing off of the vans every time. The amount of times my husband has tried to say, "You need to tell me got rid of these."
No.
No. And we haven't. And in the case are a lot of rejection letters, but a lot of very nicely worded rejection letters. And Bloomsbury Publishing at the time, obviously it's a lot of years ago I'm talking, I have 2 or 3 letters because I would try different ones because I've got a case full. Said with one that they thought overall it was well written and maybe try an agent to find the right person to fit that genre into, and another one that said they liked the contrast of it was actually called Constant Colours, that one. I can tell you off the top of my head what it's called, between the opening pages and the actual main body of the story, and she liked the contrast of that one, but again it wasn't suitable for their list. And recently life changed for us and I suddenly thought, why not? And with the support of my husband and my family, I went for it. And I like being an indie author. I like having the control.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much different to somebody looking over your shoulder, a big brother type thing, and, well, you can't put that, you've got to put this, and no, that's not right, and it's picking the covers for me, and it's just, I like, too long in the tooth not to have control. So, so that's it. I've always had an imagination, always. And touch wood, as yet, I've not had any writer's block or anything. I just go with it. Yeah, to do. I write fantasy romance or dark fantasy romance. I don't tend to do like your Mafia and your modern day and up-to-date stuff, because if you're doing that, you're restricting yourself a little bit. I like to just let it run, and anything, I would say anything goes, but it doesn't, but within reason. But,
we've got some structure to it.
Yeah. So that's what I do, and that's why I like it. But yeah, I love it. I'm in my element.
Oh,
my husband will tell people on the street I write very, very smutty books and uses a certain word for it, and I'll say, no, there is actually some story to it, you know.
Promise.
It's fine. Both of our partners do the exact same thing.
He's shouting it now from the living room. I can hear him.
Yeah, we try to read stuff, and most of the time they just go, "It's just full of smut, isn't it?" I'm like, "No, I promise there's story to it."
And the internet and this just opens up so much for everybody. I mean, 50 Shades of Grey may not be everybody's cup of tea. And the movies especially may not be everybody's cup of tea. The books are better because you tailor them in your own mind. But it did us a big favour.
Yeah. I think it made it a lot more sort of like normalized in a way.
Yeah.
I remember reading the original fan fiction of 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh God.
You see, I didn't, but because I was too busy doing my own.
Yeah.
But
I read the original fan fiction, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to read that again. And now,
Yeah.
Are you just addicted?
now
It
it's
is,
just all I
it's-
read.
Why not though? It's not.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm proud that I write like this. I have to say, I live in a very small village in Devon, and there's a lot of older people live here.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody though, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
In fact, we get a lot of walkers and a lot of tourists. And so when they're walking past in the summer, especially, and I'm sat on the front, people, if I say good morning to them or good afternoon, whichever, they will ask what I'm doing. And the amount of told that way, it's like, oh, look. And people love to see and meet an author.
Oh, yeah.
You could
Yeah,
be the top of
definitely.
the one, you could be the lowest. But yeah, I don't know about yourselves, but I write with an older lady in mind, not necessarily like decrepit, but just because we're older doesn't mean that we're numb.
That's true. It's true, yeah.
I have a target market. A lot of people, I don't struggle, as you can see, to talk to people.
Mm.
So for me, my online sales and ebook sales are not massive, but I have actually done quite a lot of paperbacks, actual books, because the age group of the people that I sell to prefer a book, and they're going past as well. So yeah, but I also find that age group will message me privately and or speak to me and tell me that they've enjoyed it, but they don't review. So yeah, I that's my that's I have, as I say, I have a target market, so that's what I tailor things for. I have got some of my stories that I've got younger characters in, but even so, they've still got life experience under the belt. Let's say the easiest way to describe it. Bad relationships, things that go wrong and stuff like that. So yeah,
I like it.
Right. George, do you want to do the next one?
I shall. So, can you share a little bit about your writing process? How does it just fall out and you hope for the best?
I do plot a little bit.
Yeah.
I will do something like iron, and I'll be ironing. I have to say, I like to iron because I like to see the nice ironed pile of fresh, clean clothes at the end of it. But it's one of those things that can be pretty mind numbing.
Yeah.
So I will put a movie on that I've seen. I have ironing movies.
That's like us, like phone. I'll be on my phone and there's something in the background and I will know it word for word.
Yeah. Because I know it already. I can actually do multitasking with it, and I enjoy doing that. And I do plot. I have to say, I saw one about research the other day. I have to say, don't do an awful lot of research. The idea is not there. It's not there. I do read a lot. I've always read a lot. I read 64 books last year, as well as re-editing and writing my own as well. So it's quite a lot. And I went to Savannah on my own as well, to a book event there in July, on my own, on the plane. 2 planes there and 2 planes back, and it was an experience, I tell you. If you're at Authors at the Armories, come and find me and I'll tell you, because it is not, oh, wow.
It was a journey.
It was. I know I've done it now and I could do it. And I didn't panic. I got on with it. But when you know you're trying to get an international flight and you're in Atlanta airport and you didn't know there's more than one concourse and you didn't know you've got to catch a train to get there, and you're late because there's been a storm cell going over, and the lady at the back of the plane says, I'm a air hostess going on to my next flight, and they're all complaining because they're late. And I said, oh, they're all right. I've got to try and find this concourse. She said, are you all booked in? I said, yeah, it's all done. I've just got to find it. She said, well, don't go to the bathroom. Don't stop. Run.
Okay, no worries.
And that just...
That's going to be us. Whenever we go anywhere, we always get lost.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, we will always go on a little bit of a magical mystery tour of wherever we're going. And it got to the point once where we were on our way back from Liverpool, because we're both Manchester based, so we got to Liverpool, we were on our way back, And I messaged my partner. I was like, we're half an hour away if you want to come and pick me up from the train station. We went on an hour's diversion.
I don't know.
It was dark, and the Australian man wasn't talking to us.
I'm bringing my husband while, like, running with my bags. And I'm saying, and obviously it was late afternoon there, early evening, so it was actually quite late here. And I said, oh my, because he used to live in America for 15 years, so he's done all the states. I said, oh my God, you could have told me. I ain't got time to talk now. I don't. Now, in answer to your question, it tends to flow.
It just happens.
If I'm struggling, I'll either fly across to something else.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm in Devon, so I'll go for a walk.
Mm.
We walk a lot and just a bit of fresh air, and it's beautiful countryside. There's so much inspiration from the green hills to the beaches, and it's a Jurassic beach just like 4 miles away. So
Wow.
I haven't walked it yet because it's like that to get to it. It's a bit steep. I do walk. Yeah. It's not flat, so I could get there, but I'd have to have a taxi back.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't. I use my pad. The first one, which is my pledge, Magic Blood Inheritance series, which is to pledge a prophecy, to reveal the prophecy, to fulfill the prophecy, I wrote by hand when I got back into it. And I found that it was way too long for just one book, so I made it into a trilogy, and yeah, it was mad. And that was the first one that I wrote, but I handed it. The first one I published was Listen, which is My Blue Aliens. And I actually published that one with a different cover by myself to start off with.
Wow.
But I've got a proper cover designer now. She works very closely with me. In fact, she's done them all. She redid that one for me so that I could, because it's a series, so that I could have all the covers matching. I've got 4 books published on that one, and I'm heading towards another 2. But yeah, that's my process. I pick my pad up and I write.
I just go for it.
Never without it, I have to say. Even if I'm not doing the writing, it's on my knee and I'm watching the TV.
Yeah.
It is part of my body now, and my husband does moan about it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit like us and our Kindles.
Yeah.
Yeah, being attached to my pad, these ladies are the same.
Yeah. We're just constantly like this all the time. This is just part of me now.
Could you give us a little brief overview into one of your most recent releases?
I have a new one, which is due to come out next month. I'm just finishing the editing of it now, which is Adina, but it's actually a spin-off of the same world as one that I've called Rolls to Hell, which I tried. It's an alpha and omega type world.
Yeah.
Omegas are extinct in my world, so they don't really, there's not a lot known about them, and I've also made them magical. So yeah, it's quite dark, that one, and some people at the end messaged me, some of my readers, and said, why?
What have you done that?
I'm not telling you why, because that'll give it away. What have you done? I'm crying. I said, well, I made it RH and I struggled with it. I did it, but I struggled with it. So yeah, I did something at the end they weren't happy with.
No.
Oh yeah. I'm looking for the cover now because it's only on my thing. And Adina is moving down a generation from there. And again, I'm not going to tell you much because it gives the story away. I have a blurb for it, but where's the cover gone? That's it. There we go. I don't know whether you can see it.
Wow.
That is nice.
That is stunning.
Wow.
I have to say I like it. And it's on pre-order at the moment at 99p, which equates to £1.24, I think, in the US and what have you, because obviously there's a slight difference. But it's a bit of a slow burn. There are mentions of, through.
That stuff.
All that stuff. I'm being polite. This is going live, isn't it, eventually?
Oh, you should see the most recent episode that I've edited is one of the most unhinged books we have ever read. And at one
It was
point,
a journey.
it was an absolute
Some
journey.
have, though. I found that some have. I haven't touched wood as yet. I haven't put any down. I've read them because no matter who you are or what you do, if you put, well, I've actually put one down, but I'll tell you about that in a moment. It's not easy. You're putting yourself out there. You see,
Yeah.
for me, I've been a licensee, so in a way, you're the face of that place.
Yeah.
So you do get the same sort of thing. They want to talk to you. They want to know about you. They want to know your ins and outs. You become everybody's friend, and that's what you need to do to get through this business. To be an introvert is, your books have really got to be brilliant. If you're not going to talk about them.
Yeah.
Which there are some, and there are some ladies that are, and they're amazing writers. I know, because I speak to some of them. But for me, I love it. This,
Yeah, we were
best time.
we were still in a little bit of a pinch me moment with the whole thing, because we applied on a whim. We applied just to sort of volunteer with the day and, you know, help out authors and stuff. And we get the email that says, do you want to come along as creators? And both of us were like, hold on a minute. I just got random messages from Jord at like 10 p.m. at night. I'm asleep. Like, check your emails. Where are you? Why
I must have sent loads and loads. I was like, she's obviously asleep. Why are you asleep? You're usually on this stuff by now.
You need to be reading this. Wake up.
I know. I'm like, where have you been? And then she messaged me at silly o'clock and she was like, I've just seen it. I was like, well, I'm asleep now.
Yeah, I think I replied back to you at like 4 a.m. when I woke up.
So I'm just looking for other things that I can show you as well. I've got so much. My storage is just hammered.
We do have another sneaky question to ask you.
Yeah, go on then.
While you're looking through that. And it says, if you could branch out into any other genre, what would it be?
I don't know, because I don't stick to one, I have to say. Dark fantasy romance is my umbrella term.
Yeah.
But as far as coming down the tropes, I've got aliens, I've got monsters, I've got, devils and demons. So I actually do cover quite a wide range. This is my monster. I don't know whether you can read it. It says Broken Fears. So that's book 2. I don't think I've got a book 1. That one's on free at the moment for the next 3 days.
Oh, I like that.
That's more of an urban, more modern type one. And these are my... Oh, that's a younger character in that one.
Ooh.
That's Salvation. All my my books are matte. Was an accident.
Like a matte cover?
I ticked the wrong box, and when they came, I was actually in the pub at the time. I still went to the pubs, and I was showing it around, and I saw what the ladies were doing, and they were stroking it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it, and I thought, oh, I like that.
Nice.
That's it. So yeah, I can't show you book 1 of that because these are book 2 and book 3 of my Black Knights of the Black Cross series. That's book 2.
Oh.
And that's book 3.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that.
Let me see if I can. It's difficult to. I've just got that much. It takes forever to get through them.
That's my phone now. I'm like, why have I got all these things?
Well, I make my own bits and bobs as well for my graphics and what have you. So there is me and only me. So I pretty much do everything. A lot of people don't like TikTok, but I love it. That's my Rolls to Hell. That's the first one too, and then Adina comes second.
Very nice.
Not many people have green. That's why I went for green with that.
See a lot of green.
No, that's why Adina's stayed green, because it's the same world.
Yeah.
I do try to think about it, and link them in. Same as my name is basically all in italics, pretty much. I love italics. Yeah. My cover designer tells me I use too much italics because people can't read it. But from a distance, that's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like to see like a distinct cover for authors. You already know who's brought it out. You already know the author just by seeing it, even
this
whether it's
one works really well. This is my dragons. This is called Dare.
I do like a dragon.
Yes. we're a sucker for a dragon and a little bit of an erotic horror.
The one I've got dragons as well. Yeah, I have. I don't think there's anything. I don't think I would do like a mafia or. I've read some. I've read Holly J. Gill. Hers was the first mafia one I wrote. Solace.
I feel like I've heard.
I read Solace, and that was an oh my god moment. What am I reading?
What have I got into?
But I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then she tried 2 fantasy ones, Prince of Secrets and Princess of Secrets, I think they're called. You know, menopause brainy has gone mad. And again, all I could say was, oh my god,
I feel like they're the best books. You read it, and you go, what? I have no words.
You're just hooked, aren't you? And you've got to keep going.
Yeah.
Tiffany Roberts, I like her Kraken series. She's got Krakens, and I like those.
Very nice. I will also say I've never read an alien romance. I've read monster romance, but not aliens. So that's a new one.
I think we should step into aliens.
Aliens.
Well, yeah, hang on a second. Let me, oh dear, do you know? I should have.
The most I've read, they've all been like the sentient ones that we've read.
That's book 1. The mother's just gone off.
I think doing these interviews is just going to fill our TBRs even
more.
It
does, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think to myself, I've got too many, and then I'm like, oh, here's another one.
That's book 3, because it came up first.
Very nice.
I've used the monochrome characters when we made the book, because the blue sits better on them, and I have another 2 when I can find them, that is.
Yeah, because usually your aliens are pretty green, aren't they? Not blue.
Right.
It's nice to see a change in alien.
That's called Promises and Lies. I don't know whether you can see that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's got underwear on, so that's okay.
Very nice.
She passes internet friendly.
The amount of times we get flagged, but at this point, we've got an audience that we built.
Yeah.
And they know how unhinged
they half expect it now.
And they know that we haven't got a filter.
Yeah, you see, I have. I think that's years and years ago when I worked in a school afterwards, and obviously you have to have a filter.
Yes.
And then being in the pubs again, you have to have a filter. You can't just open your mouth and out it comes, because they're giving you an income, even if you think it.
Yeah, I did hospitality for about a decade, and I am glad to be out of it.
Yeah.
It's a very different world now to when I first started, definitely. What am I looking for? Well, my last aliens, and I can't find it. They go down that tiny, and I've got thousands. Not scrolling.
With the new update on, if it's an iOS one, the new update on it, they go like, teeny tiny.
My husband bought me a magnifying glass, because when my books go into my files, it's that small, I can't see which one I'm uploading. It's not as if it's on a big screen that you can upload, because it's on desktop. It's on pads, so it's as big as it's going to get. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we should venture into an alien.
Yeah.
I'm going to hopefully wind up my Alien series in another 2 books, which I've already actually started writing. One's probably a third of the way through, and the other one is 2/3 of the way through. What I've done, because over the years I've been writing, my money tends to go into my covers.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it is. They're not. Yeah, it can run very expensive for editors.
Yeah.
So I've done my own, which is not always a good thing, but I've learned more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've learned, so I've gone back and I've re-edited the ones I've mentioned today, apart from Broken Fears, which is next on my list, have been re-edited.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing for the past year. I wrote 1 book last year and re-edited maybe 8. And this year I've wrote 1 so far, and I'm re-editing the rest. This was the 19th book, Adina, when she goes live next month. So yeah, I've been very busy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. I enjoy it though. I get a buzz out of it. It doesn't think. My husband used to work in motorbikes, and he never classed himself as going to work one day.
Yeah, when you love what you do, it's not work, is it?
No.
No, it's...
I have to say it's work, because it is, but it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I can't find it. I'm giving up.
If you can hear background noise, my partner's currently downstairs making dinner and he's banging about.
Typical
I've not
man.
left my office all day.
Oh, we've
He came
already
upstairs
eaten.
earlier and just started poking me because I wasn't
Where
giving
have
him
you
attention.
been?
My office is the front room. My husband bought me a beautiful old-fashioned type desk, antique desk, and a cream proper computer chair to go with it. But I don't sit at it. I have done the odd interview on it because the ones that they can send me through Messenger. But I struggle with the mouse and just sitting at it. I prefer to fold my knees up, sit with my tablet. I've got cushions. I've got the triangle cushions that you...
Oh, yeah.
That's what my sits on. And I've got different ones that move as well. I mean, I have two tablets. I have two screens, and they're both going, but I'd rather sit comfy.
Yeah.
Telly's on, or music's playing, or I like
in the
vibe.
busyness.
Yeah, I like the busyness. Well, I've got two older children and two younger kids at home. My youngest is actually autistic, so she's brilliant. The house for years for me has been busy. Not overly quiet.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have to have silence, but I don't.
No, I thrive on the noise. I have to have
I put music
some
on
sort of noise.
and I type. And I find I'm typing in rhythm with the music. So the faster the music goes, the faster. But then I get more typos.
Yeah.
God. What else have we got? Oh, right, I've got a good one for you. Who is your favourite character that you've written so far?
I don't know.
If you had to pick of everyone.
I don't know. Listen has a special place in those characters because they were the first.
Yeah.
That I published. My Magic Blood Inheritance, which I haven't shown you yet because I couldn't, has a special place because that was the first one I wrote. And a lot of my ladies actually like that one. It's 3 books and it's the same people all through. It's not 3 separate stories. And my husband's grinning and laughing at me. He's walking through. I have to say, my Broken Fears, my monster one, doesn't get enough attention because it's a very specialised group of ladies that like the monster smut. And overall, because I've got older ladies, they like something that's a bit more humanoid.
Yeah.
To be polite here.
No, yeah. There's the monster romance hits a certain audience.
It does.
Yeah.
It is better. I'm trying not to give the story away. There's more to it.
Yeah.
My tagline is folklore, fairy tales, and a curse. No, folklore, fairy tales, and legend all rolled into a curse. So something like that, anyway, off the top of my head. There's more at play than it just being romance. He's very broken, so I think that pulls on the heartstrings. I've got another one in the Knights of the Black Cross, the first book, and he's very broken as well. So yeah, you watch them progress.
Yeah.
And mend, let's say.
I do love a good character development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I think Judgment's Destiny is but one of the Black Knights of the Black Cross. And he's
Why is that?
He's not a football fan, my husband.
Oh God.
Right. Yeah. I do like broken. Yeah. They have to be. You can't be all hearts and flowers.
No. It needs a bit of anguish
meat on the bone and a bit of anguish and angst. And he's laughing at my comment about meat on the bone, but it's the correct euphemism.
It's true.
Yeah.
These 2 ladies are never going to want to talk to me again.
I don't know. We're having the best time.
I always do. I tell you. I had an interview with 2 ladies in America that one of them was running, and we taught smut and sex and the menopause and everything all around, and
love it.
In ourselves, we spent. My face was hurting by the time we finished. Yeah, when you first do these, it's difficult, but once you've got into it,
you
can talk to somebody visually
Yeah.
on a screen. It's brilliant. I love it, as you can tell. But yeah, I think maybe I call him, this character's name's Barakan, but he gets called Rak in the book. The devil is Sabian, but he gets called Zav. So then I think they might be, and then may aliens, but he's not broken. He's just damaged.
I like them all equally.
I do.
Yeah.
I did a post because I did a takeover for an hour on AATA today, and I answered that question I put down in one of my posts, and I answered it. No,
I can't.
I like them all. I can't.
Yeah.
And I know them all intimately, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Same with the women. The heroines, I can't. Yeah, I got other things happening and other things going on in the books. But no, I love them all. I wouldn't write them if I didn't, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you put a character down that you don't like, you're losing something.
Yeah.
Even bad guys.
Yeah.
I really want to kill them. That's good therapy, that is.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That is such good therapy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I cannot wait for one of the characters in the book that I'm currently reading to die. I am counting down the he does.
They're the best ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's life. You've got to keep shaking it up a bit and having fun and smiling, and it's a book. It's fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of mine that really need trigger warnings. I always put they're not for the faint-hearted because
very nice.
They're over 18. I don't write for children.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they probably ought to be over 21, some of them, but there you go. I have a 20-year-old daughter and she says, Mother. In fact, I asked her if she wanted to come to Savannah with me. And she says, Mother, do you think I want to go and sit in a room with all your friends? I shan't tell you what she called us, because they were all different ages, and talk porn? You've got another thing coming.
That sounds like a great weekend to me.
God.
I had great fun, I have to say. But it was a convention, so it was 4 days. I was shattered by the time I came home.
God.
Yeah.
4 days of constantly doing stuff. I shared a room with a lovely lady who was another author, and she knew that I'd not been before, and I was travelling on my own and on my own in general. And so she put me in to do stuff, and I put myself in to do stuff. So it was non-stop.
Oh.
I met Godiva Glen, loads of ladies. That's on my Facebook as well. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. So I'm thinking these will be as good. I'm looking forward to them.
We've only got one question left.
Yeah.
And our final question to you is, do you have any hobbies outside of writing?
I used to cross-stitch.
Mm.
I have done a lot of cross-stitching over the years, but no, not now. I walk. We live very rural, and only 2 doors down there's a farm, which we know the owners, become friends with the owners, and there's a lot of people around us that have got stables in the gardens and horses. They actually come past my front door. I only have to hear hooves when I go out. There's a couple the one's moved now, but they would stop and try and get their head in the front door because they knew I was there. And I go down, there's a stray cat down at the farm, and I go down every morning, rain, shine. I did forget Christmas Day this year because I didn't get dressed.
Highlands. Don't blame you.
They have Highlands as well. So, because I go down and feed the cat, I did it with permission, I asked, and I get to see the babies born, and I get to play with them, and I've actually made friends with a particular Highland, although he's been out in the fields all summer, and I've not seen much of him, and now he's back in the pens. He's not. He come to me a couple of times, but he's not. He doesn't want. He keeps turning his back on me. He's not interested at the moment, but he's a bit smaller than the rest, so he gets shoved about the rest. But I get to pet them. They've got donkeys, so I've got to see the donkeys when they're only a day old, and I'll look after them for her when she's not here. And she's got chickens and rabbits there as well. She's got a few letting cottages, and she keeps these for the kids that go to pet. My husband's trying to find I don't know whether you can see it, but that's the highlight.
I would literally never be at home.
But he's gorgeous, and I get to do that. So I don't need another hobby. That's it. My daughter's autistic, so she doesn't do pets really. It's not the noise. Birds are a big no-no with her. But so I go out and I find other people's. There's no dog in the village that I don't stop to pet. They used to stop. They stop at his garage. We've got dog biscuits in the garage. When he's working through the summer and that in the garage, they'll stop and have a biscuit. I find I don't need another hobby.
Yeah.
I don't much because my mindset is on writing. Here's my baby if I'm quick. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
They're dangerous.
I actually wouldn't get anything done.
No.
I really wouldn't.
No. They'd be like, where have you gone? Or start on my cow.
Yeah. But he's still sulking at me at the minute. He's got no now. He's been dehorned.
He's not always lost. No wonder he's fucking salty. And you're feeding the lambs.
Baby lambs too. That's me
Stop
feeding
it.
them. And I put all these on my Facebook. I don't know whether people pay more attention to my books or what I do.
Oh, the sheep.
Nick's pulling them all up for me. That was
Oh my God.
been born a few days. I think he was 2 days old there. That one. These are last year's. They've only had one this year in the field so far. It's a bit soon for them. He's out of sync. That one. They're not quite sure what happened with her.
It's not quite
ready.
ready. He's busy.
My daughter, she made a sheep. That's her sheep. That's the autistic one. But no, So I get to do. In fact, went to feed the donkeys yesterday, and the sheep came running to me as well. So, but they'll be going soon. But I want a bit of land so I can have them all.
Yeah, bring them all in.
And the horses. The horses are just amazing.
Love that.
I have to say, I really enjoy living here, and I enjoy my life. I don't know whether you can notice, but that's just a baby one in the field. I don't know whether you can see that one.
Good.
Giving him a fuss.
Oh God, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's what I do, and that's how I.
50 feet away from here.
Yeah, they're not even 50 feet away from the house. My view in the morning. If you look on my Facebook, I put views on in the morning, especially the mist over the fields. It's stunning.
Wow.
Nick says that's his favourite.
Someone's having the best time.
Kissing them.
I always come back and need to wash my hands. Like
Yeah.
I'm filthy. Saving kissing. You didn't hear that. That's saving him a job, kissing me. He doesn't have to. But no, I love my life. I love writing. It's brilliant.
Oh, I love that.
No.
So yeah, there's a lot of people out there that struggle and life is not what it can be. You just have to smile and get on with it sometimes. No, I know. It's all right. He's saying we've not had it easy. We haven't, but it's just life's life.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in my books, although they're all fantasy, that's based on things, all the rest of it, as everybody does. It's quite cathartic writing stuff down and working your way.
Thank you so much for
That's
talking with
okay,
us.
not a problem.
I have had the best time.
Same.
I think we've gone over the half hour that you said.
It doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't. I've had the best time. Thank you again for talking with us.
Thank you.
We cannot wait to meet you in person in October. We will be there. We'll be running around with microphones and lights and phones and everything all day.
I might even bring a cow in. You never know.
Do I have to bring a poster of a cow?
You've got to bring a pony in.
We wouldn't talk to anyone else. We'd just be
No.
there.
Oh God.
But thank you, ladies. Anyway.
Thank you.